Hi there, I'm the Masked Gamer, Greg, and I'm back with my second installment of The Bad Karmas and the Curse of the Zodiacs. Today, we're going to be fighting the second boss, which is Taurus, using the New Age heroes who I've never utilized before. In case you didn't watch the first preview and you're new to this channel, this is a place to discuss the hobby of board gaming. I'm a COVID cautious person, meaning I still mask when I am socially interacting with others and anywhere that is crowded outdoors. You do not have to be COVID cautious in order to be in this space. You just have to not minimize or deny that the pandemic still exists for those of us who are living in a challenging reality. But with that said, I'm here today by myself, so I can take my mask off and I can kill monsters and save the world in ways that I wish I could do in real life. Anywho, I do want to talk about, before I start with this, I did have some trouble patching this week. It was a bit more of a challenge than I'd like. I still love the system. I'm really rooting for these guys. But if you are trying to update this game on a PC, you might want to use these little tidbits I learned today. I was unable to download the new version on Chrome. It kept downloading an invalid zip file, but I was able to download it correctly on Microsoft Edge, so I guess Internet Explorer is useful for something. In order to update the firmware on the Taurus board, I needed to actually plug it directly into the computer and not into a charger on a wall socket. That all said, this is a very nascent technology, and I'm really excited for it and really hoping things get smoother as time goes on and rooting for this to revolutionize gaming. So with that said, I've already kind of started the setup for this. So we're going to move to this view, and you're going to see for the setup for Taurus, we have to put these 3 blooming victims on the board and these corrupted fungus on the board. Now, it's my understanding that the facing of these fungus is very important. Like, I don't think I can move from this space to this space, but I can move from this space to this space. However, I haven't actually tried that out before. So I am going to try that out. I'm going to try to figure out a way to try that out during today's playthrough. So we'll see, maybe we'll have some extra trouble surviving, but who knows? So we're going to press continue, and we're going to, oh, I left it plugged in. Ow! Taurus just scratched me with its talons. It's really mad at me that I've killed it twice. All right. Let's scan this guy. Ooh. Ooh, okay, we're gonna do this view so you can see me struggle. I hold it the front over the thing. I hold the front over the, ready to go. There we are. Okay, I'm not going to do the fitness test on the LED display because I find that today it keeps like getting stuck in the test. So we're just gonna move on from there. Continue. Oh, I want to be showing monitor and me. Okay. So we're going to put the Zodiac miniature here, standing at the front of a cave, and press continue and get our little narrative. Oh, we're going to scan our heroes first. So we're going to scan this green hero who is the surgeon, and we're going to just pop the surgeon here. We're going to scan this hero who is the musician. I want to be a musician, and we're going to put the musician here. And we are going to scan, I'm assuming gunslinger. El Pistolero. Close enough. We're going to put you here. And this is the seamstress. And we're going to put her here. And again, I don't know what any of these heroes do, but we are certainly going to find out. Oh, I get to choose my actions. Another fun thing that happened to me, it's so fun, is my campaign for this game lost all of my unlocks after the 3rd scenario. So I started it over again today, and I just finished the Taurus one. So here we go with the Taurus one. I'm not going to select any of the other abilities that we have for these characters. Oh, look, so it unlocked, that's interesting. So it unlocked all of them for when I play skirmish mode, even though they weren't unlocked in the campaign. But what I'm going to be doing in every skirmish mode campaign is not utilizing anything other than the base set that it gives me, and we're just going to see how things go. So I'm just going to select ready. I'm going to select ready, ready, ready. I kind of lied a little.
Taurus moves
But
supposedly as it moves slowly out of the dark of its cave. Its gaze is fixed on the intruders who threaten its territory.
so the Taurus is going to come out of its cave at us. What I was going to say is the first time I play as a hero, I'm just going to select the basic skills. So when we get into Volume 2 and Volume 3, I will be using upgrades for the characters at that point in time. But my plan right now is to do Taurus with New Age, do Gemini with the Zodiac Apocalypse, do Cancer with all 4 of the white gills, which I hear is a bad idea, but we'll find out why, I don't know. But anyway, let's see what happens with our friend Taurus. New round.
Taurus patrols the cave, defending its territory.
It seems to be defending the corrupted fungus inside the cave, and entering the cave will enrage it. Wonder why. We're going to create the timeline. All right, so spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I know somebody online was having trouble with this encounter because Taurus heals 45 health every turn. And I guess they got scared of going into the cave because of that little tidbit of story there. But the fact of the matter is you are supposed to go destroy the little corrupted fungi in the cave in order to destroy these living things that heal it. And the way I think this works, based on what I've seen so far, is you have these vines that come out on the map of these things. Each of the vines attaches to 2 of the fungus. So if you kill 2 of the fungus, they'll kill the 1 tree that is attached to those. And then if you kill the 3rd fungus, it kills all 3 trees. That's what I think is happening, but I am not completely sure. But we'll see how this all goes as we go. I have no idea what these characters do, but I'm going to spoil things again a little bit, and I'm going to say I know that this boss likes to shove my characters all over the place. So basically, every single one of these folks is going to start in Earth mode so that they don't get all thrown around until I decide what it is that we are planning on doing. I just want to go back here and remark on the fact that I think the violin player is very, I'm on the wrong screen. Can we talk for just 1 second? Now you can't, look at the violin player. He's very fit. I have a crush. I have a crush on the violin player. I'm picturing Nikki from Interview with the Vampire. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. It's great. But we're just going to put all 3 characters in Earth stance so that they don't get blown all over the place. And then we're going to pray and we're going to see what happens in the game. The surgeon's going to go first. Strategy tips for the surgeon. Every point of damage that the surgeon receives gives her a stack of Eureka. I love it. After accumulating 15 stacks of Eureka, the surgeon can use that effect to spend them and generate a new powerful one-shot action usable in the following rounds. Many of the surgeon's actions let her to regain health. Tebaru, if you're watching, many of the surgeon's actions let her regain health, allowing her to go fearlessly into battle and accumulate Eureka stacks without being immediately knocked out by the Zodiac. So I want her to get hit and heal herself. Cool. So let's see what we have here. We have Cleansing Out, which will let her do a melee attack and cleanse and heal everyone around her. We have Healing Mist, which is a range and will heal all adjacent. That's weird because it's ranged, but will heal all adjacent heroes. So I guess I would be picking a specific spot, but we'll see what happens when we try to use that. We have Protective Regent, which will apply protected to adjacent heroes. I guess the range on Healing Mist is for the dazed effect. We have Draining Injection, which will attack for 2, heal, and consume 15 units of Eureka to choose from a set. So I want to wait until I have the Eureka to use that. We have the Healing Tonic, which will heal and cleanse. I think that's myself. That's myself. We have Violent Process, which does a crit attack, and I need to heal myself for 30 before I can unlock that. And we have Revolutionary Focus, which will do something else when I get the thingy-mabobs too. So the only taunt that we have here is Protective Reagent, which I think is going to be a very good move to use at the beginning here while we sort out what to do, because I want to try to keep the attention of this monster as far away from the cave as possible. So my skill, again, for Protective Reagent, it has a range of 1. So I can only be 1 away from him. So we're just going to move over here. And we are going to use Protective Reagent to taunt him. Here we go. Apply Protected to, oh, but then I'm not as adjacent to heroes anymore. Let's actually move here so that I can protect both the seamstress and the violin player. And then, why can't I use that anymore? How did I get it? Oh, because oh, okay. when you move next to the these gooper things, they activate and they do negative effects to you. And for some reason, the screen is not showing the effects that happened, but they did. So I'm gonna undo this turn and do things more wisely. This turn is undone, so I'm gonna go back here. Now this time, instead of moving 2 spaces next to those things to here. Oh, it's not letting me. I have to confirm that I undid my turn. Okay, so we're going to move 1 space to here. And you'll see this time, I immediately got the slow thing during my standard movement. And this still didn't, I guess this is a bug here. You'll notice that this is not telling me that I lost the movement because I stepped next to the plant thingy, but that's what happened. So back to this. All right, so we now are going to use Protective Reagent and use it. Okay, so I'm going to roll my dice, and I have rolled a 1. Oh, thank you for asking me to roll again. That was a 1. Earlier today, I rolled a 6. It said throw again. Then I rolled a 4. Then it said throw again. Then I rolled a 1. And I was like, go screw myself. Anywho, 5. All right. Protected 8. That's pretty cool. And taunting the Taurus for 2. It reacts with a taunt response, moves immediately towards me, and confuses me. Well, that's rude. But anywho, it did it. Okay. So, Taurus's turn.
Taurus quickly leaps toward its target. The impact of its landing hits all the heroes in the zone.
Well, there we have it. So watch it jump right in the middle instead of just stand where it is. Of course. So it hit the surgeon for 7, applied 7 charges of Eureka, yay, and applied Frighten to it. So her rolls are going to be less good from now on. So sad. Oh, you can't really see this on the screen here, but oh shoot, that's the wrong thing I just moved. Let's move this one. Nope, that's not how it works. I was going to try to move the, oh, here we go. This is how I move the display capture. So you'll see the fungus is up in the upper left-hand corner. I'm going to move this for this fight as opposed to the last fight. I'm going to plop the monitor map in the lower left because I feel like that's going to get the least action. We'll see though. All right. So we updated the map and here we go. And that means I should also, no, I can stay up here for that. All right. So the musician. The crescendo effect of the musician allows him to increase the value of positive conditions on targeted heroes, increasing both their duration and power. The musician is an important support hero, most effective when near his allies, capable of giving them positive conditions and prolonging their effects. He's a bard. I love me some bards. They're my favorites. So let's see what abilities we have to choose from here. We have Crescendoing Note. So it deals damage equal to die result plus 5, and then increases the stack of positive conditions by 1 for all adjacent heroes. Okay, so Crescendo will always do that. Destabilizing Resonance is going to let me destabilize things on the side and also add protection. Vulnerable is going to increase the time that the monster has exposed sides, but I haven't seen anything that could take advantage of exposed yet, so it might not matter. Weaken is going to be very useful in this battle. I'm excited for Weakening Sound Wave. This heals everybody around the monster and attacks it, which is nice. This gives a crescendo by whatever. If I heal a total of 30 for anyone, I get his stronger healing thing. So this is a little funky because I feel like both the surgeon and the musician are strong support healers. So I don't really know how well that's going to go for everybody else. But what I think is going to be useful here is I think the musician is going to be a good person to sneak into the cave. No, he can't heal himself, so never mind. Let's see here. I think what might be good is to just stay where I am and protect everybody that's next to me. And then we can let the gunslinger or the seamstress be the cave explorer. The reason why I assumed that it was going to be the violinist is because I used the assassin, which is the blue character, as my cave explorer in the campaign. But we're not even going to move, because where he's sitting, he's going to be able to, because from where he's sitting, he's going to be able to, you might hear my dog barking in the background for some reason. He's going to be able to protect everybody around him. So here we go. All right, so we're going to shake the dice. He plays the violin. Lovely. I should probably turn that sound down a little. I'm going to turn the sound on the computer down a little. Hopefully you'll still be able to hear it.
A glowing ball of energy forms between Taurus's horns. As the creature turns round and round, the glowing ball fires out a powerful ray in a circle around Taurus.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's the circle of light. I won't do that again, I promise. All right, so because I was smart and I used the violin, everybody absorbed stuff, and I still think I got more Eureka stacks for the surgeon, which is pretty cool, but we'll see. All right, so on to the pistoler's turn. El Pistolero. The combo special condition increases the damage of all the Pistorello's attacks by 1 for each stack. The combo effect of Pistorello's attacks increase the combo value by 1, provided you manage to activate it by having the correct requirements. Other actions can spend a certain amount of combo stacks to activate powerful effects. To be an effective Pistolero, you need to try and maximize the amount of combo so you can later inflict increased damage to activate your best effects. You know, I love the concept of that, but I feel like it's almost impossible to get things done in this game half the time the way you want to. But let's see what we got here. Stylish juggling. So this one, if you're focused, you would increase your combo value. This one, if the side's unstable, you increase combat and daze, which is something I might want to consider doing here based on the fact that he has 2 of those. Here, consume 1 unit of combo to apply vulnerable to. All right. This, consume 1 unit of combo to destabilize the laterals. Okay. This, consume 1 unit of combo to increase the combo value by 2. That's interesting. And here, okay, that's in order to even unlock that, I'm going to need to deal 30 damage. That's going to take a while. I really like the idea of this stylish shot. So we're going to stylish shot. Okay, so we're going to just move 1 space, and you'll notice I got my bad movement from that. And we are going to use stylish shot because it's going to apply dazed and increase my combo ratio. Even though I wanted to get closer to the cave, I feel like that's going to be a better thing for me to do for where I'm at. Now I'm rolling dice to do damage, but none of this damage is going to matter at all because he's just going to heal it. She's just going to heal it. Taurus's girl. She. Now you'll notice on the upper left-hand corner, I've also done damage to this green bar.
A glowing ball of energy forms between Taurus's horns. After a few moments, the glowing ball fires out a powerful ray in a straight line.
So she's going to move and hit people diagonally now. I think she tries to hit as many people as she can, but who knows? Now, yes, green bar. So this green bar here is Taurus's wings. You'll notice this goes down whenever I hit Taurus from the side. If I destroy Taurus's wings, it'll destroy some of Taurus's abilities. But anywho, that's where we're at right now. So we move on to the seamstress. Now, no matter what the seamstress does, she's heading to the cave because somebody has to. But many of her actions have powerful additional effects if the zodiac has specific negative conditions. Okay, cool. So let's see what we have here. So dynamic embroidery gives her a jump 1 if the zodiac is dazed, and the zodiac is indeed currently dazed. Stupefying dance. If the zodiac's vulnerable, she'll be able to move an extra space. If the zodiac's vulnerable, the facing side becomes exposed. If the zodiac is dazed, apply vulnerable 2. If it's taunted, I can do a reroll. Okay. Vulnerable 2. All right. I don't know why the bottom of these doesn't show their upgrade values, but sure. It says to upgrade to tier 3. I guess they're tier 2 when I'm doing a skirmish. Anyway, this, if the zodiac is taunted, apply stealth. This, if it's taunted, crit and bravery. This will always daze it to start triggering her other things. Okay, cool. So it's dazed, which means I'll be able to get a jump 1. This is all going to work out very well for her. So if we go back to our map here, we'll see that the zodiac is down here in the corner. Our friend, the seamstress, is over. I'm going to move this screen again. Boom. So the zodiac is here, the seamstress is here, and she'll be able to use this dynamic embroidery to jump 1 space when she attacks it from range 1. So I could either move 2 spaces. I could either move 2 spaces and become focused, or I could move 1 space and attack and then use jump 1. The reason I don't necessarily want to do that is because then I'm stopping next to these silly plants again. And I don't want to be doing that if I don't have to. So as cool as that would have been, the seamstress is just going to move here towards the cave. And none of her other basic abilities work, so she's going to get focused 2 and do 2 more days to the zodiac. So I mean, that's cool. She can keep dazing the zodiac even when she's not in range. All right. So Taurus, and here it comes.
Absorbs life force from its blooming victims to repair its wounds.
Here it comes. Watch the health bar go up. Heals 45. But you'll notice it didn't actually heal the wings. So I can attack the wings during the fight still. So if you weren't as sneaky as me, another tactic might be destroy the wings, then go into the cave, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, he's of course targeting the violinist. I can't blame him. I would target the violinist too because he's hot. All right, so here we go. We are going to create a timeline. So now, because she's closest to the cave, I want her to get in there before anybody else can get attacked. So she's going to go in. She's going to use air so that she can move 3 spaces and get as far into the cave as she can. And that's what she's going to do first. Now, that is going to piss the fudge pickles off of our friend, the Taurus. Now, I know that the violin player has an effect that will let me apply weakened. So I'm going to plop him in with a lot of movement to try to weaken the Taurus, because I get the feeling the Taurus is going to become immune to taunt. Then we are going to pop our friend the surgeon in just to see what she does. I want to make sure that she can use all of her stuff, so I'm going to get rid of that confusion so I can see what those effects are that she gets. And then El Pistorello is going to come bringing up the rear. Because he's so far back in the corner, I got to give him movement for him to be able to do anything. All right, so Seamstress's turn. She gets move 3. So she's going to go all the way into the back of the cave here. Oops, I didn't show the right video. So I moved her all the way here, and now she's in there. And you'll see I now have this destroy fungus ability, destroy corrupted fungus, which I'm going to utilize. Let's pop this like this so you can see the full action picture. Oh!
You managed to destroy one of Taurus's corrupted fungi.
I
A
did.
cloud of toxic spores begins to spread throughout the cave.
Don't you know that you're... I won't do it. All right, continue. So everybody in the cave now has poison, which of course is going to be bad for us. I destroy that fungus, and he is mad. She's a mad Taurus. Can't blame her. Let's see what poison does. Can I? Oh, I have to click update the map first and let Taurus take its turn. But we'll see what poison does in a second. So Taurus not only moves 3 spaces, but it's going to thwackify me. So here we go. Thwackify me. Lots of damage. Very sad. All right, so, oops. So, I just want to take a second here to see what poison does. So if I click on the seamstress, we'll see poison. They take damage in proportion to the number of fungi destroyed. So right now she'll take 1, but when I do 2, she'll take 2. And when I do 3, she'll take 3. So she'll keep dying more and more and more and more as time goes on. Now, if we remember, I said I wanted to weaken him. So I need to get within range 2 of him in order to do that. I'm in air mode. So if we look at our little map here, and our friend, the duder is here, he can get all the way to this space and weaken Taurus. Boom. Oh, he's poisoned. Oh, he's poisoned. Okay, he's poisoned. And then we can do weakening sound wave. That's the one. That's the only one with weakened, I think, right? Yeah. And I'm going to do that mainly to weaken Taurus. Enjoy the silence. Oh, I hurt his wings some more. And I weakened him, so he's no longer immune to taunt, and he's no longer immune to... And that's also good because he's going to swipe everybody away with his wings, but I reduced the shove by 1 because I did the thing with the violin. Gust of wind. Oh, oh, shoved everywhere. Shoved everywhere. Oh. So I've updated the map. Taurus is now facing this way. And that sucked for our heroes. The good news is the seamstress is now closer to the seamstress. I'm going to move this again. Is now closer to the upper right hand thing over here. So, surgeon, I have 14 stacks of Eureka. Not quite enough to do what I had to do. So sad. Too bad. Womp, 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 womp. Womp, 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 womp. So, but I can heal the 2 people in the cave by entering the cave with her. She's slowed. I can't do what I wanted to do. So sad, so sad. So what's going to be best here? Let's check the health of the rest of our heroes. You'll full health with 45. Seems our friend, the musician, he could use a nice heal. How much will I heal? Heal +4. Oh, I can't even use that because I have to get close enough to the monster to do it. So it looks like the only thing I'm really going to be able to do here is the healing tonic. So I'm just going to move 1 space towards the cave entrance. It's fine that I cough a little. It's okay. And then we're going to use cleanse and heal. This at least will apply toward, good job. Okay, roll again. Ah! I should be using my dice tray. Where did I put my dice tray? I don't know where it is.
Taurus fiercely defends its territory, attacking any intruders and sweeping them away.
I have found my dice tray. So, defending territory. Oh no! Oh, I have a dodge at least. Potential. 4. I threw it. I threw it. Maybe it doesn't work on the dice tray. Yeah, it didn't work on the dice tray. That's odd. Okay, anyway. Ugh, poor violin player. Poor seamstress. Poor all of them. At least it did 0 damage. I guess they had protection, maybe? But yeah, all right. Well, we got thrown outside the cave. So sad. Okay, Pistolero. Pistolero is going to have a movement of 3. He can't really get anywhere useful, unfortunately. He can do some vulnerabilities, but he doesn't have a way to destabilize because of his confusion. Oh, but I can do a shoot and run. So let's go let's go here. Ow. Well, I got shoved into the wall, but I absorbed some stuff. And the cool part of this is I do have shoot and run, which I can use to add 1 more space to my movement. So we're going to shake that die. We're going to throw that die and do some more damage. And then I can move 1 more space. So we're going to move into the cave over here. And yeah. Taurus is going to be mad at everybody again.
Taurus absorbs life force from its blooming victims to repair its wounds.
But it didn't heal its wings. But it is very angry at Il Pistolello. Il Pistolello? Pistolorel?
Taurus protects its territory, shoving any intruders out of the cave.
All right, so we're going to choose our timeline again. So what we're going to do, based on the board setup that we have here, I want Il Pistorello to go first so he can immediately get to that fungus and get it. Hopefully, one of the other characters will be able to move quicker. I'm going to try to make it, I'm going to give the, let's let the surgeon, because she wants to get hit, try to get this second one here. So she's going to use Earth Form to try to prevent that. So first off, we're doing Il Pistorello with a dodge because he's definitely going to get attacked. Second, we're going to do the surgeon with Earth so that she doesn't get shoved back in case a shove happens. Then we're going to want to, assuming that all works out well, the next thing that we're going to really want to do is going to be to break the other wings apart. And I think our seamstress is our best person to do that. not our violinist. So we're going to put the seamstress in. And to try to prevent her from getting pushed too far out of the way, we're going to make her earth stance as well. And our friend the violinist is probably going to need to heal people. We're just going to make him fire, and we'll see what happens. So, Pistorello, we already know we want to move him, so we're gonna move him to this space, and now he's going to destroy fungus. Ready for destroying fungus? Destroy fungus! It's stuck there.
Managed to destroy one of Taurus's corrupted
Oh
fungi,
no!
but a cloud of toxic spores begins to spread throughout the cave.
Oh no! Destroy the fungus.
The poor victim of Taurus's corruption is finally free. The body slowly returns to its original human form.
So we've destroyed this one. And of course, Taurus is very angry again. I did give Il Pistorello the dodge because I was smart. And we got a 5. So I don't have to tell you what we got because the screen tells you what we got. I love that. Okay, cool. So update the map. Boom. And Taurus's turn. What is Taurus going to do to us? It's going to beat the heroes and swipe them away.
Taurus hits the heroes and sweeps them away.
I knew that was going to happen, the sweeping. I knew the sweeping was coming. And let's see who gets gusted. Only Il Pistorello, who gets shoved into the wall, can't move, is backed into a corner, is in big TRUBLE trouble. TRUBLE trouble. But the surgeon's got a nice, very clean path to come swoop on in here and destroy the third and final fungus.
The hero managed to destroy one of Taurus's corrupted fungi.
Yep.
But a cloud of toxic spores begins to spread throughout the cave.
Now the cave's going to do 3 damage to everybody each turn. And the important part about it doing 3 damage to everybody each turn is we got to now run out of the cave. But then Taurus is going to blow us off of the cliff, and that's going to be terrible. So what do? We're going to have to destroy its rings. And now everybody gets poisoned some more. We destroy this, and we destroy this. So no more healing for Taurus. Bye-bye, Taurus. And it's very angry at the surgeon now. And that's great. We want 7 charges of Eureka, so we can do something cool next time. So, where is the wing? Oh, well, Taurus is going to do bad stuff first.
Taurus quickly leaps toward its target.
It leaps towards its
its
target.
landing hits all the heroes in the zone.
It moved closer. That's actually a good thing. The 9 damage to the surgeon, not as much of a good thing. Well, actually, I'm sure it's fine. She's at 33 charges. Okay, so she can get more than 15. That's cool. All right, so there are no negative effects on our friend, the monster here. It also doesn't have any sides hit, which is also sad. Now, what makes the most sense? I do want to do as much damage to its side as I can. And I also want to jump away from it and start getting it outside the cave. So I'm going to end up using dynamic embroidery, which I can use from exactly where I am. Shake the die. And I rolled an amazing score of 1, but I was focused. So I did 6. I thought, oh, it was facing this way. That was its back, not its side. Oh, I made a booby. It's okay. I mean, I'm slamming this one. This doesn't have much of a chance.
Taurus fiercely defends its territory, attacking any intruders and sweeping them away.
We're gonna get swept away, swept away, swept away. Okay. Oops, oops. Oh no. And you see how bad that was? The violinist just got shoved all the way out of the way and is in big trouble again. Oh, so sad. All right, so now we have to decide what he's going to do down his corner there. So we're going to move this to the upper left so we can see our friend, the violinist. Now we want to make, he only has one movement, so he's only going to be able to fight the front side, if any. I don't have positive stats on anyone. So sad. But what I can do is I can move here, and then I can make the monster vulnerable for the seamstress's next attack and possibly strengthen her for that attack. So I feel like that's the way to go here. Now I roll a 6. Okay. Good job, Bard.
A glowing ball of energy.
It's going to hit both of them, of course.
After a few moments, the glowing ball fires out a powerful ray in a straight line.
Oh, it moved again. Okay. Oh, and now it wants more of Il Pistorello. Okay. I think that was the end of the round. Yes, it was. Okay, so.
With its territory sullied by outsiders, Taurus can no longer contain its fury.
So I don't know what kind of abilities the surgeon is going to have, but I want to give her the ability to do something cool. So we're going to give her air so she can get right up in its face and see what happens there. There's an assumption at that point that it's going to turn to face her, and then Il Pistorello can come in and, assuming he's still alive, hit it with all he's got. And then we have our other thing going on here with the seamstress, who is going to not want to get pushed back. Why do I keep pressing the wrong person here? The seamstress, who does not want to get pushed back. And then the violinist, why did you go there? And then the violinist is going to go last, and I also don't want him to get pushed back anymore. And we're going to see what happens. Okay, so the surgeon goes. So she's going to move right into the side of the monster. Really? Really? Oh no. Well, now she can't move anymore. I was so excited. I guess I should have dazed it first. So I still have something I can do a Eureka with, which is the draining injection. So we're going to see what that does. So first we're going to attack. I rolled nice that time. So now I get to choose. Ooh, I want to show you this better. So now we get to choose one of these 3 abilities from the Eureka. One of them will hurt everybody on the board for 2, heal myself, and strengthen myself. One will destabilize the front and possibly expose the sides, and if not, destabilize the sides, which I really like. And then strengthening mist, which will protect everyone around me and strengthen everyone around me. I'm definitely going to go for unstable vial. Cool. Nice. And that did a nice chunk of damage to its side. And she upgraded one of her draining injection is upgraded. So she can use that more stronger next time. And her healing tonic is upgraded. I feel like the surgeon might end up being a character I really dig. The Taurus
leaps toward its target. The impact of its landing hits all the heroes in the zone.
So it's going to land right here. Oh, he in trouble. Look at him. He might get knocked out very soon. Yeah. Oh, no, he's got 19 health left. I don't think he's going to want to juggle. could apply more vulnerable. He could apply destabilize. Let's see if I can make this not turn to face me. Man. Well, it didn't turn to face me, is the good news. So I can at least finish getting rid of its wing with point blank shot. He's probably gonna die. So here we go. Oh. 4. And that got rid of the wing.
After too many exhausting attacks to its sides, Taurus's wings give in due to taking so much damage.
For the record, it would have been really cool if the mini was a mini where the wings plugged in and you could actually pull them out at this point for table presence, but that's not the case. I just kind of almost tried to do it and that could have been disastrous. But anyway, here we go. So it can no longer fly and both of its sides are currently exposed. So it should be pretty easy to take down Taurus from this point, but we'll see. Uh-oh. Taurus jobs. Il Pistorello has two points left. So Deadly Cut is a crit. There's no taunt on it to give me stealth. There's no reason. I think I should go all the way in and try to make this crit happen. So that's what I'm going to do. Boop. And now I can crit it from its side that just got thwacked with thing. Here we go. So this, I've noticed today, I usually roll 1s when I try to crit. So we'll see if that happens here. Nope, I rolled a 6. And it didn't tell me to roll again. That's a lot of damage. That might, look at that chunk of health. Look at that chunk of health. Look at that chunk of health. Taurus, your days are not just numbered, they're like almost done. Taurus is a pushover, pushover, pushover. Taurus is a pushover when you break the cave fast enough. So that increased daring embroidery. She's so weird. Oh, it's going to hit all of them. That's going to knock out Il Pistorello.
The glowing ball fires out a powerful ray in a circle around Taurus.
Oh no, Il Pistorello. Eureka. Oh no. And he was vulnerable, so those sides are still exposed. So sad. At least you got to see the graphic. Okay. And now the musician is going to do something. Ooh. Oh no. He doesn't have, I don't want to hit the exposed. I don't want to unexpose things. Haunting Melody will heal everyone around the monster, and that might be the best thing to do. It's like, that's like the sound that I made pre-pandemic. That's like this, that's the sound I made pre-pandemic when I would be at, this true story, when I would be at Disney World and someone would be vaping on the bus from the resort around these kids, because humans. Anyway, all right, that was my story. Back to this. We're going to use, what did I say? Oh, I wanted to use, oh no. I thought I was going to use Healing Melody, but I got confused from somehow. I don't know how. Oh no, I have 1 movement left. Do any of my guys have bonuses? She's got her Eureka. She's got Strengthened. Yeah, so if I move one more space, then I can at least increase the strengthened of the seamstress when I use this crescending note. So that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, this might kill the boss anyway. This boss does not have a lot of health once you heal it, especially if I keep rolling sixes. No, it's still got some life. Oh, it's mad at me now, which is great. It put the seamstress right back in the exposure spot. But I don't think the seamstress has anything that can be used with exposure.
A glowing ball of energy forms between Taurus's horns.
Oh, it's going to move somewhere where it can hit the seamstress and the musician.
The glowing ball fires out a powerful ray in a straight line.
Here we go. Zephyr in the sky at night, I wonder. Everything in this is a song. Mostly like, I want to be very clear. I'm not a Britney Spears fan. I'm not a Madonna fan. These things just keep happening. And it's just because the writers of this game put these lyrics in there. I'm so sorry. Anyway, okay. New round.
With its territory sullied by outsiders, Taurus can no longer contain its fury.
Now, the sad part here is that the exposed side is not where I want it. I think I want to try to do a group heal first. So we're going to have the violinist go first and get rid of his confusion. Hopefully that will taunt something in a way that will make things move, but I'm still going to have our friend, the surgeon, go next. And we're popping some dodges on here now because I feel like everybody's in some kind of trouble. So we're just going to pop dodges on everybody and try to take this out as fast as possible. So now I can do a group heal. I can also shove it into a wall, which I haven't done before, and weaken it, which will get rid of its extra empoweredness. Weakening sound wave, healing melody. Weakening sound wave, healing melody. Weakening sound wave. Look at those health ratings. Weakening sound wave it is. We're going to shove you into the wall, Taurus. Here comes an encore. I threw it. Throw it again. I'll throw it again. Oh, it hates me. It went 6-2-3 and throw again. And finally landed on a 5. That was bizarre. Oh. I did a whole lot of stuff to it and it got very dead.
Like a felled giant oak, Taurus collapses heavily onto the ground, lifeless. The surrounding area returns to its natural state, cleansing itself from the Zodiac's corruption.
So I think pushing it into the wall stunned it, but I didn't have time to see what that status effect was because it also killed it. But yeah. Let's see how we did. Okay, so the surgeon got the most negative conditions and the most damage received. Also, the most negative effects from the environment. Everybody hates the surgeon. The violinist, low profile, fewest negative conditions and least total damage received. And also the MVP, most influence in the battle. Interesting. Okay. nothing for Il Pistorello, who I thought was very valuable. Nothing for the seamstress, who I thought was very valuable. It's so odd how the violinist got most impactful. Oh, let's move me so we can see the beautiful character art. Seamstress, Il Pistorello, the violinist, and the surgeon. There we go. And moving on, continue. And that was our skirmish against Taurus for today. So that was a short fight. That was much shorter than the Ares fight. I kind of kicked that Zodius's tuchus for sure. So what I'm going to be trying to do from now on is I'm going to try to live stream the rest of these on Sundays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to try to figure out how to schedule that on the YouTube channel. So if you want to be here live and tell me how I'm doing things wrong or right while I'm playing each Zodiac, you can tune in next week, 6 p.m. PST, Sunday night, to watch the Apocalypse. What are they called? The Zodiac Apocalypse characters fight Gemini, assuming there's no technical difficulties and nothing goes wrong. And don't forget also to like and subscribe. And most importantly, I'm Greg, the Masked Gamer, and I'm here to remind you to keep those health bars full. Thanks and have a great weekend.